Hello everyone. So this week begins one of Ms. Conrad's favorite things to talk about and to learn about. This week we're going to start talking about fairy tales. In particular, we're going to be reading The Three Little Pigs and different variations of it. So just because there's one true story of a fairy tale doesn't mean that there can't be many other versions. So you'll be listening to lots of stories on YouTube that are different variations of The Three Little Pigs. But before we get started on fairy tales, I want to just talk about a few things that go into a fairy tale. What makes a book a fairy tale? So one of the things that's very important is that most of the stories are make-believe. So somebody created the story in their mind. Many fairy tales start with once upon a time and usually end happily ever after. There's also lots of royalty, so you'll have princes and princesses, kings and queens. Most of them involve love, magic. There's good characters, evil characters, talking animals, a reward for doing something good, and special numbers. So this week, as we're reading The Three Little Pigs, as we continue with our fairy tales, you'll notice that you hear a lot of threes and also 7. 7 is also a very popular number when it comes to fairy tales. So here's a little chart. Let's see if you can see it. Oh, my fan is on. There we go. So just take a look at some of those qualities of a fairy tale. Since this week we're going to be learning about The Three Little Pigs, I have a story here at my house. It's called The Three Little Super Pigs. So we're gonna read this story today. Everett loves this story. So let's get started. The Three Little Super Pigs. Like I mentioned earlier, there are many variations of fairy tales. So this is just one different variation from the original. So, The Three Little Super Pigs. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs who captured the big bad wolf in the house made of bricks. The hungry wolf fell down the little pig's chimney into a big pan of boiling water. He huffed and he puffed, but it was no use. He had fallen right into the pig's trap. "I'll get you one of these days, little pigs," the angry wolf shouted as he was carted off to prison. With smiles on their snouts, the 3 little pigs waved goodbye to the big bad villain. So in fairy tales, you'll also hear about villains. So those are going to be your evil characters or your bad characters. The citizens of Fairyland were very happy that the big bad wolf had been defeated. The little pigs were awarded special superhero status and became known as the 3 Little Super Pigs. Working together, they all rebuilt the whole town out of bricks to keep everyone safe. "We love you, Super Pigs." From that moment on, the Super Pigs spent all their days being heroes and enjoying their newfound fame. When they weren't greeting their fans, they were fighting crime and stopping nursery rhyme bad guys. Meanwhile, deep inside Happily Never After prison, the very angry big bad wolf was hungrily plotting his revenge in his cold and dreary cell. So he's plotting a way to get out and get back at those 3 super pigs. A few weeks later, the Super Pigs were called to investigate a new crime. Mysteriously, one by one, bricks were starting to disappear all around Fairyland. This was very strange. The Super Pigs were on the case. Later that day, they received some shocking news. The big bad wolf has escaped. The residents of Fairyland were scared and once again turned to the Super Pigs for help. Don't worry, the three heroes boasted, we'll find that wolf and make him pay. The three little Super Pigs hunted high and low, far and wide, and long and hard, but the big bad wolf was nowhere to be seen. But there he is. He's stealing those bricks. The pigs searched everywhere for clues. Some people claimed they'd seen the wolf dressed up as an old lady. Little Red Riding Hood. So the pigs rounded up all the grandmas in Fairyland. But the wolf was a master of disguise, and they just couldn't spot him. Every day, more and more bricks disappeared from Fairyland. As night fell, the whole town locked themselves indoors, too frightened to go out. They hoped the Super Pigs would find the wolf soon. He was up to something big and bad. Back at home, the first Super Pig was relaxing when he sensed something strange. Suddenly, a dark shadow fell upon the room. "The big bad wolf!" cried the Super Pig. "I don't need to huff, I don't need to puff, and I don't need to blow your house in, because I'm already inside," replied the pointy-eared wolf. The pig ran out through the front door, but was met with a terrible surprise. The cunning wolf had built a gigantic wall around the Super Pigs' houses, using the stolen bricks from Fairyland. The Super Pig was trapped. Attempting to flee, the Super Pig tried to climb the brick wall using a ladder from the side of his house, but it was too short. "Gotcha!" sneered the wolf as he captured the helpless pig. Unaware of the danger, the second Super Pig was at home polishing his metals when he suddenly spotted something out of the corner of his eye. "The big bad wolf!" shrieked the Super Pig. "I don't need to huff, I don't need to puff, and I don't need to blow your house down because I'm already inside," growled the wolf. With a huge scream, the terrified Super Pig quickly ran outside and into the enormous brick wall. Desperate to escape, the little pig jumped on a nearby trampoline, bouncing as high as he could, but it was no use. "Gotcha!" boasted the wolf as he caught the pig in his trusty net. "Two down, one to go," laughed the wolf as he prepared his delicious meal. The third Super Pig had heard all the commotion and was busy hatching a plan when the big bad wolf suddenly appeared at his window. The Super Pig grabbed his gear, raced straight out the front door and down the path as quickly as his little legs could carry him. Working quickly, he freed his captured brothers from the tight pastry blankets, but it was not quick enough. "Ha ha ha, there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I've built a wall around your houses and now you're trapped inside," laughed the hungry wolf. You're no super pigs. You're my dinner. I don't think so, shouted the third super pig. He whispered to his brothers, ready, set, let's go. And in a flash, they blasted off high into the night sky. The clever brother had outsmarted the silly wolf again, using his jetpack intervention to save the day. The super pigs had left the big bad wolf trapped in his own self-built brick prison. The angry wolf raised his fists. I'll get you yet, little pigs. So, because the super pigs outsmarted the wolf, he was now stuck in his own brick wall. Up in the sky, the three super pigs laughed out loud. You'll never get us, not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins. And down below, the citizens of Fairyland cheered. Wow, pigs really can fly! The three little pigs had saved Fairyland from the big bad wolf once again. They truly were superheroes. Hooray for the three little super pigs. The end. So if we look back, we've noticed that The Three Little Pigs is a make-believe story. It started with once upon a time. It ended happily ever after. There was a happy ending. There was good characters, the three little pigs, an evil character, the big bad wolf, also known as the villain. Let's see, talking animals, pigs and wolves can't really talk. And they had the special number, the number 3. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.